knows his role, and this isn't going to cost them any bounties. They still get 2. So double Fissure block coming out from mid one. I mean, it takes a big brain player to remember to do this. So this is very high skill plays here. Mid one very pleased. Oh, is he going for the in-between blocks too? Oh, dangerous. Dangerous play here. Don't screw it up, mid one.
Zai's clearly happy with this. Maybe they'll just do
Oh, no, he had to get.
Okay, let the one creep go forward. Yeah, that just means the lane will push forward. I think Doom has such a big timing when he gets to level 3. Where whether you get the second level Devour, which it goes from I think 3 regen to 8.
Geez. Man, Zai didn't bring any armor items though, and he's getting punched by Fade. And look how much health he just lost.
Oh my goodness.
Fade zapped him once, punched him, and down past half HP. And he also didn't go for that really early Devour play, right? Where you cut the wave. Yeah. So he's gonna have to wait for the 1 minute.
Understandable though, because it is like a Shadow Shaman.
Yes, you couldn't die. In fact,
Zai may end up dying here anyways. He's kind of stuck in the trees, burrows, but unable to find an out. Fade get the first blood for Team Aster. Meanwhile, top lane, we saw Puppey was already bullying Bobica. Now he's doing the same to XXS. XXS had some rough Timbersaw games. Who, do you know who won the only Timbersaw game so far?
Was it Moo? It must be.
I mean, it's
just playing the numbers here.
Either Aster or J-Storm. It's one of the two. You've got a 50-50 chance to be right here, Trent.
Just say it very confidently. I mean, I know Zai tagged himself as I die IDC. That definitely doesn't count for first blood. Just to be clear, one must cares first blood, especially when it goes to the heroes you're laning versus like Shadow Shaman. I love getting first blood as Shadow Shaman. Getting boots on this hero early or like Windlace or something is just amazing. And yeah, he went for the Windlace too. Speedy boy. Mid one grabbed a wave, pulled it over for Zai. Now he's lurking around mid. But not the easiest hero to create these opportunities with the level 1 Earthshaker underneath a ward here from the Radiant. So they see everything he's up to.
Well, at least he'll be able to stop the pull from Fade, or maybe not.
Has to commit to a Fissure just to stop it.
SCC. Okay, note this. Very important for all you supports out there. I know it's a big support patch. You're feeling good about yourself. You can tell your cores to go screw themselves and buy their own damn wards, etc., etc. But if you really want to dominate a lane, try not to take too much experience.
Yeah.
If you can zone out the offlaner and get the safe lane core to be a higher level.
Oh, that was nice timing then, Fissure.
It was really nice. XXS.
Not gonna
it's gonna be fine though.
Oh, Puppey got stuck.
He went back down to the ground just before he could get over the Fissure. So
yeah, I guess still pretty unlikely they finish him off anyway, but.
Create a lot of space too. Look at that, Matumbaman 19-6 already. Our mid lane matchup is going okay for the Storm Spirit, 15-1 compared to the 13-6. But the SF is going to start really racking it up now. Nice Fissure block, Bobica going to be forced to go for the stomp here, but may not be able to run fast enough away as he's still slowed down by the sticky napalm and will find his death.
Yeah, too many stacks to try and go for the salve at the end, because that right click would have really hurt from Puppey. And ooh, a route to XSS in trouble.
Having a Timber Chain away.
He's out of regen. And I mean, he's level 3, but he's having a hard time getting those stacks full.
Yeah, this is if you could just get the stacks full and start healing up a little bit, this will be about the point where the lane starts turning around for the Timbersaw. As, especially with the Lone Druid doing a lot less damage than he used to at the start of the lane phase, Timbersaw really takes advantage of that. They now have the inherent damage block as well, where you don't have to go for a Stout Shield. You're able to build up reactive armor. And
Bobica also got the clarity cancel on Puppey, so Puppey had to go the entire run back home, and it's taking forever. So it's giving a lot of relief over now to XSS, who will even have a Soul Ring coming into this soon. So big improvements to his laning stage. Down bottom though, Zai, well, he's got a Quelling Blade.
And he's very fast because he's got the Kobold Speed Aura, so he's going to be fine. That is always a lovely pickup. In fact, he's going to turn and fight Fade a little bit, but Fade's not scared of him one bit, because he knows Doom has no armor, especially when he's been hit by the Wave of Terror. They're going to be able to follow up with the Magic Missile, the Shock, and just a couple of shots there. Fade gets another kill onto Zai. He had the Earthshaker Fissure block, but it's not really making that much of a difference. He is still finding this safe lane, dual lane to be too powerful. Matumba Man, could have gotten in front of XXS and picked up that bounty rune. As a result, though, Aster will actually walk away with 3, but Aster may not be able to walk away from this as Puppey looks to be able to run him down the sticky napalm. One more Timber Chain over to the right side. Puppey's not going to be able to find him, and he's just going to die to Bobica like that.
He pump faked the chain. I think because he had the ward on the high ground, so he saw mid one was camping there. So he pump faked the chain, mid one did the Fisher, and then he still had the chain after. That was a really nice play. Certainly should have been dead.
Well, for an early pickup of the Timbersaw, his lane's going quite fine. Better than the Dooms. He has more CS. Hasn't died as much. Fade. He'll just have to TP away here. Smart play. Zai does go for the early level of the Infernal Blade rather than the second level of Devour.
SCCC's level 6 now, though. So Zai, I mean, they have an easy opportunity when Fade's back for a kill.
Yeah. This is why you try and give your safe laner more of the experience and not take as much, especially like heroes like Shadow Shaman, level 1 Shackles, level 2 Shackles, it doesn't really make a difference. It's probably going to be kill either way, right?
Yeah.
But getting your core to have their ultimate before the offlaner does, that can make a big difference to how the laning phase works.
Man, Shackles do so much damage now. You get 100 more every level. A single target focus like that, it's very worth going to 1-0-2.
This will scare away SCC. Looking to be able to swap back Matumba Man. Matumba Man no longer having the fear means that he is dead. Little helping hand here from the handsome man from Aster. Helps XXS's lane go a little bit better. I'm presuming they're going to swap, though, because I don't think Vengeful Spirit really wants to be in the same lane as Timbersaw.
Definitely a worthy maneuver, though, to try and slow down Matu.
Oh, yeah. It was a big kill. He was top net worth, but after that, SCC now claims the throne, but XXS is going to be found by rotation from Nisha, who's really pushing his jungle to limits there, but finds an opportunity to rotate over for an early kill. Very nicely done.
Yeah, and that's where you're going to get a little bit of that space, too. Like mid one near the mid, Puppey there as well, trying to get something. They're actually worried about a potential gank here, it seems. They're scanning their own high ground. And now we're just all coming back up. Again, underneath a ward, though. Radiant had their ward, but they don't know that the same vision is occupied there from Team Secret. So this rotation fully scouted. And Nisha, half mana. Looks like they're going to deem this not worthy of approaching.
Bottom lane looks like Zai is running down Fade. They're going to try and punish this support. The greediness of just leaving a support alone against the offlaner, and it's a greed that cannot be punished. It's going to be Zai who actually dies instead. Chuan rotating as the mid lane SF. I'm actually really liking these rotations from Aster so far.
Yeah, they're extremely active. Like I feel like a lot of teams have been more active with their cores this early in the game. I've seen a lot of offlaners just ganking mid, but the moves by the mid and the safe, as you said. Anyone to swap? Any teammates?
You need somebody here,
helpers?
but nobody has a TP scroll, it appears, as SCC is just going to be slowly run down. And last shot is actually going to be missed there from Nisha. A swap over onto Bobica, actually canceling the channeling there of the stomp, but it does be enough to save SCC. And if anything, Midwad may just get punched to death here by Bobica, but a little bit too far. He would have had to run past. Oh, double missed races there from Chuan. A little awkward.
I can't believe SCCC just lived. That is unbelievable. But, you know, RNG is just ruining Dota ever since the patch with this uphill mischance. It's just disgusting. All right, take it away.
I hate this new patch. Let's go back to 5.83.
Back when times were good.
You know, there's never been a Dota without the uphill miss, right? Because that's just inherently part of Warcraft mechanics. So,
yeah, such is life.
Valve had their opportunity to take it away.
I mean,
they could have made it a more pure esport.
I mean, listen, he could have said, Nisha, don't do it. I have the high ground. But Nisha decided to chase, and that's what happens, right? You overextend a little.
5-2. And Aster holding their own in the laning phase here. The big things to come away with this, Timbersaw did quite well in his laning phase, very important. But there is still the free farming Storm Spirit and Matumba Man Lone Druid. Aster, as much as they're moving around the map and trying to be active, they haven't actually shut down those cores a whole lot yet. They've just killed Matumba Man once, but as you can see, he's been able to recover quite nicely.
We have talked a lot about Helm of the Dominator in the Green Rune, though. That's kind of the big item we've been discussing a lot, and this Venge is going to have it done here once she finishes up that blade. So looking like a pretty good group up timing. You know, you think about those first snakes coming out.
Oh, XXS needs some help. He's been doomed up in the top lane, and nobody from Aster is TPing. And probably for the best, because with Nisha showing his face at the top lane as well, that would have been a rotation for naught. Instead, Aster going to focus on pressuring that bottom lane, see if they can get some damage on this tower with Siege Wagon. Pushing in, they're going to get the swap back as Puppey trying to keep up the sticky napalm stacks, but with Chuan here, the swap into the raises leads to a fast execution.
Yeah,
Captain
but,
Team Secret.
The trade going a little bit more favorably for the side Team Secret, I would say, with the Bear getting in on that top tower action. They're going to bring XXS back, though, but Zai's here. Oh, the double death?
XXS, he's saying to himself, well, if you don't have Doom, I don't think you can stop me this time around.
Yeah, Nisha's not coming back. I thought he might make the rotation over to try something, but they're going to deem it not worthy.
They're going to try and finish up this tower. They will. Matumba Man's fully committed. The nice deny from XXS. The old Timbersaw with the 84 damage right now was able to secure the last hit over the Matumba Man Lone Druid. He's probably hitting for like 200 between his Bear and his hero. Mid one and Puppey. Combo up together once again to find a kill, this time on SCC's Vengeful Spirit. That's always the danger of Core Venge, right? At the end of the day, you're still a hero that is very susceptible to magic damage.
Yeah, and just like trying to camp on your lane alone like that as well.
Yeah.
Very, very risky stuff, but very much needed by these two supports. Talk about how greedy they are, the Batrider and the Shaker. Getting into that position was not easy for Puppey to make that happen. Just able to sneak his way around there, so gonna get some items finally coming out his way.
Dire's top tower is
just instantly turn on that bottom tier 1, so Secret holding all 3 tier 1s and looking to take a 2 edge here, but they're gonna try the snakes mid, it looks like. Going for the long round. There is a Dire ward there, but I don't think it saw SCC once he popped.
Okay.
Either way, they've now gotten rid of the ward anyway.
He goes a little bit deeper into the jungle, and he actually almost ran into the Storm Spirit. Very low mana and health. But now, the smoke not really working for them, but they will just show themselves and force down this tower. Anyway, as XXS looks to defend that safe lane tower once again. He's just going to move wherever the Lone Druid is, because he's really the only hero that can stand toe-to-toe.
And typically, you really want your Timber to be with these pushes, right? Because you think we want to make use of the fact that he's extremely strong at this point in the game, but the fact that you can get this, like that's one thing that Xiao Shaman does so well, is that you basically like add another hero to the team fight if you can force it in like a set location like that.
Right.
So then the Timbersaw is not required to join you. So good maneuvers there from Acer. Overall, it feels like a lot of the maneuvers have gone very well for them. These cores rotating around. Just the Dooms kind of picking them apart. And it's back up now for Zai. And with the Kaya on Nisha, you kind of expect they might want to go for a play here with that next lasso.
Yeah, I have to imagine the Elder Titan coming to this bottom lane. He's not ganking the Lone Druid, because they don't have some sort of setup stun for him to like hit a stomp or something like that. I think he assumes that Secret's rotating more heroes behind the Lone Druid.
Yes.
And he was ahead of schedule, but he was right, because Secret now moving multiple heroes as the Doom is about to come up. They're going to try and get this kill into the Timbersaw, but his Spirit appears. And Zai, he's not so sure if he could just Doom up XXS. He might just be able to be stomped, and the Timbersaw would be able to walk away. So he holds on to his ultimate for now. They abandon that gank. Just all around really good read there from Aster and Bulbaka specifically.
Yeah, and now they're going to bring down Fade too, it looks like, but that Opos is also still there for Team Secret. And it's a minute away from the rune spawning there too. So Puppey going to pop the Firefly. Big cooldown to commit already. Wants to get something off it, but he's just driving back Bulbaka, and this is just going to give them the tower. Without the snakes for another like 15 seconds, I think this is just theirs, and yeah. STRC got the TP off first, though.
They are going to be able to get the hex onto Matumba Man here. The Fisher's going to come through, and Fade gets a little bit low, but SCC is too far away to be able to get the swamp onto Matumba Man's hero. So instead, they're just going to have to kill the Lone Druid Bear, while Nisha and Puppey, Nisha with the double damage, was able to get to that back line. Elder Titan, now the swap back in. Instant hex. Good combination there from Aster. Something we'll have to keep our eye on. Something that Storm Spirit is actually going to have to play pretty scared of. We didn't actually think about that during the draft.
Yeah.
Swap into the instant hex from Shadow Shaman makes that last pick even more potent.
I can tell you, Aster, we're a little worried about that fight turning poorly, even just going for that gang. Like, throwing down the wards like that from Fade, very surprising. Could have used that to help either take the outpost or go for that tower.
Mid one, he's going to stall out that outpost, so they're not going to be able to get the experience, and they're going to be able to get the kill on Fade, but they're blocked out for the bounty room. Mid one is going to make his way around and be able to pick it up. The fear onto Nisha, almost leading to his death. Nisha just has a sliver advantage to be able to work with. Mid one trying to defend his old mid as best as possible, and will be able to do so, giving up his life for it. Nisha is able to run away deeper into the jungle, while Aster are going to turn and fight Puppey instead. They do manage to get those 2 kills on the supports, but Nisha got away. He managed to TP back home.
I guess SCC wasn't looking, right? He must not have had the full view of the fight to know where Nisha had just gone, because he threw the wave right on a dying Shaker. Like, he was pretty dead. I think the vision south would have been much more useful for the squad. And then Puppey just threw his body in intentionally, I'm sure, to make sure Nisha got out.
The experience denied from the outpost for Aster there ends up really coming back from just being able to get 2 kills instead. But did they miss out on bounties? Let's see, SCC Secret walked away with 3.
Yeah, and then we have, that next piece coming soon.
Ah, you're right, 15 minutes. Made the same mistake Yanni's did. Then why was it important that mid one stopped the outpost in the first place? Oh man, I think Yanni's is right.
I think
we're all making the same mistake.
They wanted
Players
the
and commentators. That's true.
Yeah.
Good hold there. Good catch on Nisha.
Okay.
Fade with the ether lens, and that extra bit of movement speed from the faded brooch as well allows him to be able to close that distance.
I think they got the gold on the worst hero, though. ET gets 650 gold. I think Bobico would just as happy giving that to anyone else.
What do you mean? What about that stellar Aghanim Scepter?
Yeah, that we saw the other day. That was... it literally turned the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. It changed things completely. They almost won.
BKB is almost up for Zai, so that is a very important pickup. The Bloodstone is almost here for the Storm Spirits. In fact, he's just missing the Vitality booster. For me, it's a bit concerning that Aster, like, they got to start actually taking hold of this game.
Yes, they need, like, I would be expecting to see, like, full vision control over half of the map, like half of Secret's side of the map right now.
Yeah.
With their current heroes.
Like, when they lose the bounty rune control, even if the outpost didn't matter at 15 minutes, losing the bounty runes there just says that they didn't actually have as much map control as Secret has, and they're just getting out split push.
If I was Aster right now, my big goal would be I want both outposts. Because I think both outposts with your heroes versus their heroes would be so good for you.
Dude, look at this. Matumba Man's actually burrowing behind the tier 2 tower. He's going to pop out all of a sudden right on top of SCC, but he didn't realize that the rest of the supports were going to be right behind SCC. They're going to try and kill the bear here, and it looks like they should be able to do so. The 300 gold for XXS.
Nisha's just going to run top, I think. Is he going to come?
Oh, they actually netted up Zai, but no follow-up there from Aster. Nisha, it's looking like he wants to fight, but they had a vision of Nisha as his Haste Rune ran right past the high ground ward, but Fade with a long-range catch of the Shackles. That's going to be able to lead into double raise and a fast damage from Fade there as well with the Shackles.
Go outpost, run!
And they've got a minute and a half to be able to claim those outposts.
Someone go bottom.
Nisha. I mean, that's twice now. He's tripped up and got caught by a Shadow Shaman.
It looked like he went back for the Mud Golem, I believe.
Yeah.
I mean, it is the Aether Lens as well.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
It's a bit hard to deal with to get used to that extra cast range when the Ether Lens power spike comes up.
I like this, though. They're not going outpost because they have a much more important objective in mind, and this is going to win them the next fight.
Well, it's only going to look good if they can actually take this Roshan, but Secret is stalling them up right now. Roshan goes down to half health, but they have to abandon it as Nisha is about to come back up, and there is that shrine right next to the Roshan pit, so.
I mean, they have a 10-second BKB, right? I think you just smoke and run at them again.
Yeah,
it's kind of your only play.
Nisha just showed himself at bottom lane. They're saying, well, great. Our concern was the Storm Spirit would get to us. But now we know they're split apart. Let's go ahead and smoke. Let's go fight.
This is really obvious, though. The Secret know exactly what they're doing, right? There's no there. And they just scammed the pit, and Puppey just baited them.
Yeah, he got him good. He's sitting just outside of the pit in that area. Scan picks him up.
Oh, Zai, maybe he'll be the victim. They're so ready for
standing
this.
on the high ground. They're going to break the smoke. They do get it hedged up as they threw down the ward onto the high ground. They're going to be able to get the kill on his side. Immediately, Nisha now jumping in, trying to finish off Zai. Fade, but he won't be able to get it.
Zai
And
30
then
gold
Puppey dies.
from buyback.
Oh no, that's quite disastrous, as Aster winning the team fight is going to lead to them attempting Roshan again. And if they don't see a buyback coming out from Secret, they will attack that Roshan with a lot more courage.
Yeah, they need this right now to make up for the fact they didn't commit for the outposts. It should be easy. Timber tanking. Venge not helping in terms of the damage, just wants to be prepared for the Zai zip. Sorry, the Nisha zip. It's just a little bit too alliterative, you know. Couldn't help myself.
I'd say the high ground being thrown down.
Yes,
the ward thrown down on the high ground was so important. Then being able to get the instant disable onto Zai. He goes 100 to 0. Unable to get off his BKB, unable to get off Doom. And then Nisha zipping, as a result, just looks completely lackluster.
I really thought that was going to be a fade ward. I had to check, but it was actually Bobka. So without the extra cast range, it's pretty impressive as an ET to get that ward up there.
Bobka. He's the one holding on to the Philosopher's Stone, too.
They need that gold.
They really do. As Matumba Man and the rest of Secret trying to invade this tier 1 tower area, but it just does not look good. The swap back on Puppey. Aster defend and hold.
Yeah, this looks like a lot of the support Batriders I see. Looks pretty cool in the laning stage, and then you think, this is very difficult once you're behind a little bit.
Okay, now what?
Yeah. The itemization's difficult because like you don't want to go for Blink necessarily. Like he's going for a Spirit Vessel because they really want one this game, which makes sense versus the Timber. But Timber already has a Lotus, so by the time you even get this thing, you're gonna have a 0-charge Spirit Vessel. I doubt he's gonna finish this.
Yeah.
He probably just goes like Force Staff or something to try and help after like an ET stun, or perhaps help one of his lassos, like something a little bit more useful.
Right.
Dire's middle tower.
They're getting full auras out now with the Vengeful Spirit. Helma Dominator. Now they've got a Vlad's on Bobka. Everyone's just trying to amp up this Shadow Fiend, who, with the early BKB, is already a tremendous fighting force.
Yeah, I think this is, like, what I like to do is pass off the stone around to, like, whoever's building something. Like, I think, like, Bobka should just give up the stone now to Fade. And, like, Fade should replace his stick or something and start gaining more gold towards more useful items. Like, Bobka, I mean, he can get Glimmer, I guess.
It's not a hero, but it is a bear. Is it El Doge or El Doge? Oh, jeez. Mid-1 actually shows up all of a sudden. Managed to get the two-man Fisher on top of that Echo Slam. Bobka, they're trying to focus him down as best as possible. Still managed to get the stop. And Twan with his BKB just swinging at Secret. The Secret are resoundingly defeated despite the fact they chose to take that fight to defend Matumba Man's bear. And instead, they lose both their supports once again. The good thing for Secret is oftentimes they're just not losing their cores in these fights, but
they're spending ultimates, like they use Doom, so they kind of lost Zai. And now they are pushing in towards your tier 3.
Juan saying,
oh, he didn't take the Aura Effects buildings, though. I really thought he would with this lineup.
Yeah, especially since we know they're going to be trying to push the tempo quite a bit. Bobka is going to be chased down by the bears. Matumba Man comes in from behind. They trade off some supports. They do swap back that bear away from Twan as best as possible, but Matumba Man, all that speed on the bear, sticks on top of the Shadow Beam. Twan is eventually going to be losing his Aegis here. The long zip in from Nisha, down to about half mana. Looks to be able to try and get the kill on SEC. There's no disables he has to fear, but the rest of the team is trying to focus on that Shadow Beam. No opportunity to be able to get away here with no BKB, and now the rest of Aster could be chased down as well. XXS slowed down by the sticky napalm. Nisha jumping the long jump forward to be able to catch SCC as well. They want both these cores to die. It's a little bit greedy from Secret, but it might just work out. SCC, he will certainly fall. Looks like they're going to give up on XXS's instead. They keep marching forward to kill Fade, deal with the tier 1 tower. XXS does indeed manage to TP back home to safety, but a massive win for Team Secret as Aster just overstayed their welcome a bit too much.
Yeah, Fade, he threw his body away, saved XSS, so we'll give that over to the Shadow Shaman, but yeah, obviously still a big win for Secret there. Buybacks just Zai, I think, required for that one, so he still has a 9-second BKB too, so pressing forward in the next fight. They're going to have both outposts unless someone can get, both outposts in the bounty room.
Yes.
Unless someone can get there in 20 seconds from Aster. And this is why the 10-minute change was good.
I mean, I know what you were saying, Trent.
Yes.
You know, this much map control, it's unlikely Aster are going to be able to get those outposts 5 minutes from now.
Yeah, when it's very important.
17 to 11, 25 minutes in. Aster still hold on to a slight net worth lead and a little bit of experience as well, but it's not great. And again, still have to be wary of that Secret late game with combination of Storm Spirit, Lone Druid, Doom, 2 greedy supports. It's not something that I think they're going to feel super comfortable going late. They'd like to be able to use this big power spike they have with the Timbersaw and Vengeful Spirit cores. Those heroes are good right now, and they're going to fall off a bit later on.
What can they do to improve the next fight? I mean, it comes down to a Hex play, right? It comes down to this big blink, trying to catch his eye, for example, without maybe you catch him before his BKB. Tieback, yeah.
Did you see that? The Orb of Destruction.
Yeah.
Found by Team Secret.
Where's
At the
my
same
bear?
time, they finished up the Desolator on the bear. So he can replace the Dragon Scale with the Orb of Destruction if he wants.
They need some kills.
I mean, they already got, like, Dragon Scale's super good on the Lone Druid Bear, too.
Yeah, well, you can leave the Dragon Scale on the bear, just give the orb to the hero if you want.
That's true.
It's pretty ridiculous.
Turns around, Zai. He thought he was going to be able to get aggressive on Bobica, but it's actually Zai who will fall as it was a bit of a trap. Now Aster. He moving forward with that Helmet Dominator, scouting things out. SCC was looking to be able to get the swap, and he just kept running and running and running, but he didn't have the movement speed to actually catch Puppey. Going to try and deal with this tier 2 tower, but his Secret...
Oh man, this is such a tough moment for Aster. I wonder how pressured they feel right now.
Yeah.
Like, do they feel like they have to go? Obviously, they don't feel like they have to go tier 3s, or maybe they just think they can't. Fade feels like Puppey's gonna get greedy here, but he does not come back out. If they had the snakes, maybe you can try and chip away at that tier 3 gun in the mid lane. Like, it's so low, and you know he's got no buyback. They look like they're going for this. The creeps are gonna come in up top, and they really want this tower.
I mean, it's such a massive change in map control. If you can actually finish up a tier 3,
oh, the bear has
bring
no
down
TP.
those shrines.
Matsu's 30 seconds away from TP, so...
Okay. Well, there's just going to have to be a trade-off here. The tier 2 tower does fall the bottom lane. They actually managed to get the Lotus Orb at the lasso back onto Puppey. They're not going to try and get aggressive, though. They just want the tier 3 in the back because they know they can't base race Matumba Man by himself with the Orb of Destruction plus the Desolator and a Monkey King Bar as well on that bear. It hits super hard, so they're going to have to back up, deal with bottom lane, eventually go for shrines.
Yeah, Matsu's finally at the point where he's admitting that he needs a BKB, though, because they've actually done a very good job of dealing with the bear throughout this game. Several times it's gone down, it's being controlled during the team fights, and with how much damage it has at this point, if it can get into that magic commute state, it's just going to be terrifying. Ooh, no cancel nearby to stop that bear getting out, though. Bit of risky business there. And 2.5 minutes, well, 2 minutes now until the outpost here. So top looks like it's probably gonna get recaptured by Secret. Might need to make a maneuver down bottom if you're Aster.
Yeah, I mean, this is about the time where you're probably feeling strong enough that you can go for that classic, okay, we've left the off-lane towers alone for a long time. Let's just go deal with both of them. Let's collect that bounty. Let's take the tier 1 and tier 2 in one nice sweep.
Fade's feeling greedy here. He's up top. He finds the bear.
Is it just going to be a bear here? No, it's not, because he's just going to like the long jump over to be able to catch Fade, but immediately the Lotus Orb removing the Orchid, and that means Nisha had to jump away for fear of being disabled. So XXS goes back to trying to deal with that bear that Fade found the kill on in the first place, a resummon from Matumba Man. And a bit of a disadvantage here if they want to go for another fight to defend
Fade
this outpost.
also gets out there's a ward there because the camp's missing, I believe. Unfortunately,
yeah.
it doesn't look like there's any sentries. It's on ping. So, yeah, they will get the outpost, as you said. And now a minute away. Blink also now ready here from Zai. Who's Zai dooming? Anyone feels kind of good.
Yeah, I could see, like, the problem is if you go the SF and he gets BKB off, well,
Yeah.
he's a full right-click build anyway, so
Probably
his
Timber.
impact doesn't change. Probably Timber, but you have to be creative here. A little scary.
I think Venge is fine too, but speaking of which, he's just
Okay.
dead. Very far out there.
Yeah, he was.
Mid lane.
Nobody was behind him. For the most part, Aster had been doing really well playing around each other when somebody showed.
He had a 10-second BKB too, so I guess he was just feeling really confident.
XXS gonna be chased down by Nisha. Woo, Nisha. He actually blew his full mana pool to try and jump on a Timbersaw, who, again, is very tanky.
Yeah, who has a Lotus? So
He's got a Lotus Orb. He's got Pipe, 2300 HP.
I kind of feel like XSS should just keep the Dragon Scale in his backpack and then just bring it out when they're gonna hit buildings. But he's gonna leave it there. I don't know. I feel like no one's gonna end up using that thing.
Oh, by the way, they got a repair kit, right?
They did, yes.
So, they had the repair kit and didn't repair their tier 3 tower earlier.
Oh, did Dire have one too?
Yes, Dire had
Oh,
one.
yeah, you're right. Puppy
It's
had
on
one.
Puppy right now.
Yeah.
It was on Matumba Man's hero earlier because he was like, well, I'll take the regen, sure. But they never repaired their tower. So that may have been a crucial neutral item mistake.
Dun dun. Getting a lot of those lately.
Yeah, I love these Dota changes like this because it feels like as commentators you have more room to criticize people, you know, because hey, you know they're not used to it yet anyway. So
they definitely do make some
it's
mistakes.
understandable they're making some mistakes, but they are making mistakes.
Can you believe it? They're fallible. Yeah, there it is.
The long-range swap from SCC, catching Zai into the instances Sable. Now they're going to hunt for more, but Secret. Pretty fast heroes, all going to be able to retreat quite nicely.
I do love that combo. It looks so good. Just the instantly swapping this pig right into your team.
Yep.
All right, who's got the Mind Stealer here? Oh, Dire have the Mind Stealer. Or Mind Breaker, sorry. Oh, wait, no, wait. Yeah, Dire.
Radiant structures are
Walking that on. Wait. Oh, it's on the main hero of the Lone Druid. Okay. Perfect. Just, again, another good reason for this.
Okay, good pick off there. They went for Roshan, and of course Nisha thinking to himself, well, the Roshan had to create some space, but Fade and XXS had a nice trap set up in the bottom lane. How'd they Fade? I mean, he's just been killing it, catching Nisha non-stop, and now they might be able to catch Matumba as well. Won't be able to go for the Shackle so easily, but he is going to be netted up, allowing eventually Fade to be able to get this, but he's just been destroyed by the bear. He gave up his life for seconds of control on Matumba Man, and is it enough seconds for the rest of Ash to be able to get here outside? Mentioned their two-man cut into the Doom on Twan, but Twan, he actually stands and just fights, and that means that maybe they may not be able to win this, as Mid-One made his Echo Sam jump forward, but it's still just an Aegis onto an SF who is very dangerous to fight up against. They need to get the bear onto top of Twan as best as possible. Zai, the swap over, good play from SCC. That's going to create the space, allowing the SF to be able to deal with the bear. Quickly kills it. A resummon out from Matumba Man. SCC, he has one more swap. A lot of sticky napalm stacks on him, but farther down it's actually Zai who's been pretty well isolated. Blink over to the right-hand side. Doesn't have a TP though. Aster should be able to find him eventually, or maybe not.
I don't think they have a way of getting in. Yeah, the Timber gone.
Yeah, XXS just could have started cutting down trees everywhere, but they probably assumed that Zai had TP.
Very interesting that Secret went in for that after Nisha died. I feel like so many teams would have just left the entire area, right? Your Storm gets picked off, you try and just like push other areas, but they saw an opportunity to get a couple kills, and with the buyback from Fade, I think it came out favorably for them, right? Because they got rid of that Aegis, so they stopped that next aggressive play from Aster.
Dude, this Shadow Shaman is so great against the Lone Druid and just getting 3 kills on the bear, but Nisha actually popping his beak. Oh my god! What just happened?
That's a Daedalus.
Nisha with the 1,000 damage crit from Twan.
I get it, right? Because he sees the Hex and the Shackle, so he thinks, I can go in.
Yeah.
Right? You know, I'll be able to get off my BKB.
There's no way I could die in a 2 seconds flat, right? Well, he'd be terribly wrong. That is a full physical
He
damage
got hit for
SF.
2,145 damage from SF. So that's pretty good. ET did hit him for 137. So, you know.
Okay, so Elder
got
Titan,
in there.
yeah, Bulbacup. Look at that. The double multi-shot happening right now as they know Secret do not have the buyback, so they're just going straight for the tier 4s.
Repairing the tier 4s.
The double repair kit coming out from Team Secret. They put it to good use here. The multi-shot's doing an okay job defending. They do manage to get the lasso pull back here on XXS. Zai not sure what he wants to do because he doesn't have Doom yet. The swap back in, eyes to Zai, into the Hex, again and again and again and again. Zai just keeps on getting caught out by the same combination. Last bit of repair kit's gonna be used on the throne here, but Zai popping his BKB trying to challenge the SF. SF swap back there from SCC once again, but instead they're just gonna have to deal with Puppey as they turn their attention once again to the Ancient. Meanwhile, inside of Fountain, the jump in from mid one instantly gets disabled. He only gets off the Echo Flame. It's not that much damage. It's gonna be the throne dying as 4 seconds left to the Storm Spirit is 4 seconds too late. After will indeed keep their hopes alive here in Singapore.